Okay, so before we begin, tomorrow, so this is going to come out on a Friday. Tomorrow, Saturday morning, we will be in Aurora, Illinois at the Aurora Green Fest. We'd love to see you there. I think it goes from 10 to 4. Downtown Aurora somewhere, I don't remember, it's off Illinois Street. So stop on by, we'll have a booth on the inside somewhere. They haven't told me where. I just know that I have a booth somewhere. So we'll be talking about composting, food scraps, worms, and some of the animals here on the farm. We'll have soap, other stuff that we make here, you know, our honey from the bees and stuff like that. So stop on out. We'd love to see you. And now for our regularly scheduled program. Hello and welcome back to our sustainable journey. I am Steve. Today we're going to talk about some of the animals that have come to us this last week. So to begin, our cows are back. So Ruby on the left giving us the death stare, Onyx on the right. We got Onyx. They're being jerks. We got Onyx about 2 months ago to keep Ruby company, but then Ruby's mom and sister, so her mom's on the left, her sister's on the right, came back because they are now bred. They are pregnant with a calf, so they are due in January. So what we've done is this area of the pasture, it actually goes that way, and then we got that one over there, but what we did was we divided it up into these little sections so they could eat the grass down, so I don't have to mow. So it actually goes all the way up to the driveway, around, and it splits their pen here in half, and they've eaten all this down. So we gave them that, and then once they eat that down sufficiently, we'll move them over to that one, and then we'll block them from getting into that one and let it grow and let this one grow. And they absolutely love playing out here. And then maybe we'll let them go over there. We'll see. But I'm pretty much leaving that for the bees. So they came back on Saturday, the mom and sister, Gypsy and Bree. So then that was in the afternoon on Saturday. On Saturday morning, we got our new piglets. So let me show you them. So in the past, we've done Berkshire pigs. I like them. They taste delicious. They're relatively easy to manage, but they root up everything. So about 2 months ago, this was all dirt. Well, this all last year, they destroyed this whole thing. It was all dirt. They rooted the whole thing up. They destroyed their home. I dumped dirt in here recently, so I added a whole bunch of dirt in here to level this out, because they had dug it down. They had built wallows all over in here. So we decided we'd go on a hunt for a different type of pig. So we found Idaho pasture pigs, IPPs. And these adorable ladies are Idaho pasture. You're peeing in your house. I mean, yes, we pee in the house, but and still, this is where you sleep. So we got two of them, two of these ladies. So they will be with us for a few months. Supposedly, they don't root as much. I mean, they still root looking for food and stuff like that, but not like the Berkshires did. So we're hoping that they don't destroy everything. I mean, you can look and see how much the Berkshires destroyed this house. I had to slap this in there because the girl last year broke through it because she was so fat. So we're hoping that these ones won't grow quite as large or be quite as aggressive when it comes to their home. So we'll see. So that was Saturday morning. So Saturday morning I got them. Saturday afternoon I got the cows. It was a busy week last week. And then Thursday we got some new chickens. So we got the new chickens on Thursday. We got about 100, so I'll show you those in just a second. All right, so these are the littles. So it's about 100. I don't quite remember what the mix is. But we got these so that they'd be ready to lay for winter. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly expand the walls of this out, probably in either direction as they grow. Because this was the old brooder that we had in the garage. Honestly, it's just plywood sheets and some 2x4s slapped together and some warmers. So that's a heater, that's a heater, that's their food buckets, these little holes in the bottom so they can eat. So we're hoping that by winter time these guys will start laying. So we got those last Thursday, I believe, and then we had to get them all set up and in here. So I think we've only lost a couple. So we should have 100. So then the plan is to expand the coop for the rest of the chickens to take over half the barn in here. In 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I can take these. These were on there because I didn't have proper fitting lids. Those lids are too big. And our chickens were going in here and eating the worms or the bugs or whatever. You know, the bugs is fine, but not the worms. So I just moved this one over. This was stuff that I had sifted and just dumped back in here because it didn't fit through the sifting. So we'll probably set up one more of these and then I can move these out of here because all these bins, the way they're set up, is they stack. They're just on pallets, so I can move them with the tractor and that'll make life easier. So then the idea is that I can stack all the worm bins out in the shed, and then that can be their building, and then the chickens can take over half the barn. What we're gonna do is, because the cows are due to have their calves in January, and so it's kind of cold in Illinois in January, which isn't ideal for calves. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move the cows when they get close to calving into the barn, so they can be warm because it's heated. So that'll be our, I guess, December, mid-December, late December, because they're due at the beginning of January. I think Gypsy's due at the beginning of January and Bree's due around mid-January. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on them. Check these out. These are raspberries. So these line this whole area all the way up to over there, the other side of the pasture, all the way around, and all the way actually over by the house as well. So we will be making jam this summer. We made some last year and it was fantastic, so we'll be making some more this year. It's really easy. Maybe I'll show you guys. If you want to see us make jam, I can show you how to make jam. It's really, really simple. I don't know if you can see in there, but if you look closely, right about there, there's an egg. Free range chickens, right? Hang on, it gets better. There's an egg under that bush. And then we're gonna go a little bit further down the driveway, over towards the garage. Let's see if they actually put one here. There's an egg. Every day is an Easter egg hunt. There's one more spot just down on the other side of the shed that we have to check. There's actually a spot in the shed that we check as well, but they usually lay that one later in the day. so there's probably not going to be one there now. And I'll show you this one, because I'm sure she's already laid this egg. And it's in a pile of stuff that I need to go through and get rid of. Yeah. Here's another egg. Free range chickens. It's so great. It's good for the chickens, bad for the owners.